Hi, I'm Gloria from Eco magazine, and I'm here with Mr. Tope Balogun of BUY-RITE Autos.
You're welcome.
Sir, tell us about your experience as an auto dealer.
It has been a sweet, bitter experience. You know, we deal with Forex. So if the dollar goes up, we're in soup. When it comes down, we are happy. Sweet and bitter experience. But then, the government policy too, we battle with that as well. So, another thing is, if you don't have the integrity, don't come into the business at all.
You've been in the forefront of educating people online about shipping and buying cars. How has the response been?
People already have, or they have had negative experiences with scammers, fraudulent car dealers online. So seeing my content was like, could this be true? And after posting 1 or 2 testimonial content, like, these are cars I bought for these people, this is my student, they could come closer to believe more. In this year alone, I think I'm doing close to 100 cars, 100 units of cars. So, and these are for Nigerians, those patronizing me online and offline, including the ones I'm selling. For example, Copart alone, I'm close to 70 cars, 70. IAA, I'm close to 30, if not more than 30. But for Copart, very close to 70. And these are Nigerians, Nigerian owned money, and these are cars belonging to them. So when people say, Nigeria no good, the economy no good, these cars belong to Nigerians. So the response has been positive and welcoming.
What has your experience been with the customs and other government agencies?
Perfect question, eh? And it is important for the government, custom, somebody in the presidency to please take note of what I'm about to say. Other government agencies, we don't really have business with other government agencies. We have business with the custom. And not really the custom, the federal government. Because it is what the government of the day wants in terms of their policy on foreign used vehicles that the custom will do to us. And I'm going to start from Obasanjo. When he was leaving, he left us with a gift of telling us that vehicles that are older than 10 years should not be imported. That's, posed a huge negative impact on the industry. Because you don't expect Nigerians to have that money to buy 10 years old vehicle. So it was a negative and anti-people policy. When Yaya came on board, Yaya expanded it to 15 years old vehicles. At the same time, Yaya gave us a reasonable clearing rate. And up to now, I wouldn't say anybody has been able to match up with Yaradua's regime on the automotive industry. And I'm talking about the used car industry. So it was a fantastic moment, positive impact. And that was when we still had vehicles under the commercial section. Buses, tippers, trucks, tractors, vans were under commercial section. So even Sienna, we clear them cheaper than other cars because it is believed by the government that, okay, these vehicles are meant to be used for transportation purpose, tractors for farm, tippers for construction. These are commercial purposes. When Jonathan came, Jonathan eradicated those vehicles from the commercial section and imposed an increased tariff on custom duty. So that returned to the industry another huge negative impact. Our clearing was about 70% then. We protested, we struggled. It reversed back to 35%. Some cars still 70%. Made the custom duty in dollars. That was done by Jonathan and Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala as the Minister for Finance. So the custom is under Finance Ministry. In a nutshell, it is what the government policy, the government of the day, it is what their policy is that the custom is going to carry out to us. So if their policy is about, they want to use the automotive industry, especially the used cars, to push employment level, of course, the custom will relate to us from that angle. So when BUY-RITE came, BUY-RITE made it worse to what Jonathan left. BUY-RITE sustained the increased rates and increased it more. At the same time, we're still using the 15 years old vehicle. Sienna was about 6 million then to clear alone. A 2004-2006 Sienna was about 6 million to clear. BUY-RITE's policy threw a lot of car dealers out of the business. Out of the business. I would say for us to stay stand, by the grace of God though, and ruggedity and integrity that we, put into the business. That's what I would say. Now, this particular regime, I believe they can do more. The custom boss, I will give him 82 over 100. 82 over 100. Because the clearing rate right now is more affordable compared to the BUY-RITE's administration. This man encouraged us to bring more cars. But they can still do something on why are you still using dollar to rate our custom duty. And if you use dollar, why don't you peg the dollar at a particular amount? Are we going to be using 800 naira per dollar? Are we going to be using 1,000 naira per dollar? Are we going to be using 1,200 naira per dollar? Let us know so that me, that is importing car, and other car dealers, you'll be able to do your budget. But as we stand, by the time your car comes, they will say dollar don't go up. Your clearing goes up because they are using the dollar to do the clearing back and forth. So on that axis, I think the CBN governor and the custom oga can do something about that. If you are going to be using dollar, give us a standard dollar rate so it doesn't fluctuate our business. If you want to do it in naira, do it in naira. It used to be in naira in Yar'Adua's days. Jonathan and Ngozi turned it to dollar. That's another one. This particular government of the day, this is my personal opinion as a player in the industry. I want to say this. The Tinubu's government can come up with a more friendly policy that will encourage more people coming into the business, enhance more employment within the Nigerian system. Because you have panabita, you have painters, you have upholstery, you have mechanics. All of these people work on most of the cars we bring to Nigeria. Imagine the exchange in transactions, exchange in cash and transaction, transfer and all of that. I give you money as a panabita, you give me service. I give you money as a mechanic, you fix the car. I give you money as a upholstery maker, you give me your service. I give you money as a car washer because the car is still going to end up at the car wash. Detailing before we now bring it for sale or deliver to various customers. So the government needs to come up with a policy that is more friendly. Those commercial section vehicles, bring them back. Then give us a reasonable clearing rate. If it's special rate, give it to them. Saying this car to this car, the clearing will be so amount because it is for the people and for employment driven purpose. Right? Then as a country, I don't think we are this poor to have keke and okada on our roads. I believe keke and okada can man some route to maybe interland, from inside Ekiti, some inside Ogun State keke. But Lagos, the amount at which we are buying keke, we can use the same amount to buy all these cars that you are placing ban on. You say only 15 years old should come. 20 years old cars have been driven in America. 25 years old cars have been driven in London. They have been driven in Canada as well. So, and these vehicles have been certified by these countries. America specs, they certify their vehicles. In fact, they recall vehicles if they discover any error. American recall vehicle, they will tell Toyota, that Toyota Corolla, you need to withdraw them back. So they have done their due diligence, they have done a perfect job ensuring that these vehicles are safe, ensuring that their catalytic converter are good, the emissions are not dangerous or harmful to us. So these countries have done the needful on this vehicle. So why are you placing ban on them? And you allow keke that is more dangerous. Okada is more dangerous. Because if keke should fall,
yes,
the accident is more brutal. If the government come up with a reasonable policy that will encourage us by bringing more of those vehicles, the mechanics will do more jobs. The spare part sellers will have more. The car washers, the panabita, the painters will have more to do. And they too will buy gari, they too will buy guguru, they too will buy, they'll pay rent. Economy will balance. Tax too, people will pay their taxes. These governments of Tinubu and the custom boss should come up with a friendly policy. We don't have to be using keke. All of these smaller vehicles, especially 2003 to 2008 Corolla used for Uber, for Bolt, for InDrive, Senna used for transportation, interstate and all of that, they will pay for registration of plate number and they renew that every year. Government makes money from them. We are shortchanging ourselves because people still go to Cotonou to bring these cars in illegally and the revenue goes to Cotonou. So that is all I will say concerning custom, federal government and what have you.
What's your advice for young Nigerians that are interested?
The industry is youth driven. The clearing agents are mostly youths. The custom clearing agents are mostly youths. The mechanics, and I'm talking about the artisans in general, panabita, mechanics, painter, they are mostly youths. The creative minds to drive the industry is that of the youth. Who want to drive bigger cars is the youth. Still back to the government giving us a friendly and reasonable policy or policies that will encourage more youth to come in, that will encourage us to do more businesses amongst ourselves. 200-something million people. So if I train 500 people to become car dealers, it's not enough. We are enough to do business with ourselves. There are people in Benin, there are people in Warri, there are people in Port Harcourt, there are people in Ogun State, there are people in Benue, there are people in Abuja, Kano. The youth will shun violence, the youth will shun kidnapping. Those riding Okada will upgrade to these smaller cars and still be doing transportation. And the government will still give their license or permit or registration of plate number. Government will make money, the people will make money, our road will be safer, accidents will be reduced, there will not be any keke accident or Koropwe accident or Okada accident. And our road will be neater, cleaner, better. So the same amount we used to buy keke, we can use it to buy. Who are those riding keke? Are they not youths? Most of them are youths, even females. Do you know? So we still need the government to look into the used car industry. Some people watching this video, some of them will come under the comment section saying, you want to turn Nigeria to a dumping ground. They are very good at that stupid statement. And I've heard that a lot. I've heard, we want to turn Nigeria to a dumping. America is still using those vehicles. Is America a dumping site? Canada is still using those vehicles. Is Canada a dumping site? Is keke no more dirty and Okada on our roads? You don't go via, you see Okada, they struggle with you on express. So It's all about knowing what we want and what is good for us. And I continue to talk about this policy. I've said it in one of my videos. I continue to push it until I see a reasonable government that will watch my video and will do the needful.
Sir, how have you been balancing the running of dealership and content creating consistently?
I think it's all about passion. You know, dealership, content creation. They are not the same though. But then I have that passion for car dealership. I've been in the business for more than 16 years now. It is now 16 years and a half. It's stressful though, because I have to visit the mechanic village. I have to talk with my panel beater. We have to discuss how to fix a particular car. I have to talk to my painters. I have to deal with customers. But then, because I have the passion for the business, I still need to create time in order to create content. I've been managing everything together, so that's what I'm saying.
How do you filter, or rather balance, the information you put out there from the ones you give to your registered students?
This is a perfect question. Training, which I give to my students, training, mentorship, guidance, is quite different from what I do online. Now, I've had a number of people trying to use my content to do one or two, and some of them have come back to me with their negative experience. They've lost money and all of that. So what I give to students is more exclusive to what I talk about online. And for a sane mind, it doesn't make any sense putting all into the social media like that. At least, if nobody is telling me is wrong, I should know it's wrong myself. So what the student gets is empowerment, mentorship, guidance, basic elementary training. It's different from what is online. So online is just a kind of encouragement that you can do it. I'm here to guide, and you can trust at least my brand. That's all about online. Then to protect people against being scammed.
Yes.
So that's all.
How has creating content impacted your business and relationships with your customers?
Social media, the impact on my business, positive, and let me say overwhelmingly positive. I've met new friends, new customers, new mentees. You know, I've had to train about 70 people. You know, I used to keep their names and numbers somewhere. At the point I stopped keeping the numbers. And by the time I stopped, I think it was about 50 something people. And some people don't graduate too. Some people just jump out of the bus. But majority, you know, they are doing the business already. I'm still guiding them. And impact on the business personally, like I said in your previous question, I have about 100 cars. Some are already in Nigeria. Some we are expecting. By January, we should have all of, you know, the cars I imported for the year. Some will be dropping in December. By January, the rest of them should be dropping. Then we'll still do more business. Those should be dropping maybe in February or March, because it takes 6 to 8 weeks for, you know, a car to land averagely. It could be, you know, closer than that, but then averagely 6 to 8 weeks.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
You're welcome.
It was really, really impactful and insightful. So, and I hope the youths out there will pick something reasonable from this video and then try and come into the automotive industry. We need the youth that have integrity and discipline to come into the automotive industry.
Even you can be part of this industry. You are one of the youths. You can do it. So guys, don't forget to follow me across all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. God bless.
Drive your dreams under the sun. In Nigeria, we lead the way. Buying a car makes your day.